was a grand slam. This is what West Sacramento would look like if their dreams of MLB come true. There's some big baseball dreams, and that's their field of dreams. The city's pitching to bring Major League Baseball to the region, and you can see it includes a brand new ballpark to replace Sutter Health Park. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Gonzalez. The official pitch for an expansion team came just over an hour ago. The proposed 50-acre site would be home to Sacramento's MLB team following the A's move to Las Vegas in 2028. We have live team coverage this afternoon for you. KCRA3's Denson Cortez is hearing from fans. And we begin with our KCRA3 Sports Director Michelle Dapper and Sean Cunningham with this big plan. It was quite the pitch.
Quite the pitch, Lisa. Sean, what do you say? I mean, I'm feeling optimistic.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Sacramento, this region, and just civic pride, this was a great push to get into this mix for MLB expansion. A lot of optimism, a lot of excitement, enthusiasm. Lots
of course, all of that. But of course, they have the land. The big thing today was the addition of the Miwok tribe and the Auburn United tribe. Almost $2 billion.
Almost $2 billion.
It's impressive.
1.8 secured up to that. And look, that could be essentially an MLB expansion fee to even join the league. So that's a huge, huge number right there. But for me, I think the biggest takeaway, you've got a former MLB investor, lead investor in Kevin McClatchy, a Sacramento guy, the former owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates, here to help with this effort.
Absolutely. He helped build and create PNC Park. And his addition there is just a game changer. Names like Dusty Baker, Derek Lee, both. Dusty's a legend in his own self. Of course, grew up here in Sacramento, managed the Giants, won a World Series with the Astros, played the game as well with the Dodgers. So we know what Dusty brings. Derek Lee as well, grew up here, played Major League Baseball. And then you have the addition of the two mayors from West Sacramento and Sacramento. They are united. And as we know, we've lived here before, or we live here. Seeing those two cities on the same page, that's impressive.
The Sacramento pitch is what they're calling it, but I think more than anything, you heard collaboration.
Yes.
So much collaboration. You had mayors from Elk Grove, Davis, all throughout our region here, but those two in particular, Martha Guerrero and Kevin McCarty, who was really the one who was the MC, the host of this event, bringing everybody in, to see them being kind of in lockstep with one another is impressive, because that's so rare to see in so many of these things. You remember the Kings relocation saga. You've seen what's happened with, obviously, the Republic and their false start to try to get MLS and some of those moves that didn't happen. They're obviously now getting the stadium in the rail yards, which is encouraging, but it was a Sacramento effort all the way. Having this collaboration that you heard a lot of today, I think is very encouraging for anyone who's a fan to want to see this go through.
And here is West Sacramento's Mayor, Martha Guerrero, talking about, of course, the MLB expansion bid.
We are ready to compete for a permanent MLB team. What excites me most about this vision is what it could mean for the future of our city. For years, we have envisioned the Bridge District as a vibrant waterfront destination where people can live, work, and gather. And that it has become.
Now let's be honest. This expansion process will be long. It'll be competitive. It'll be hard. It won't be easy. But one thing is certain. Sacramento is MLB ready.
MLB ready right there. Of course, as we said, the land, that's a lock. Of course, they've got a local ownership group. They really talk about that number 20 media market right here, the biggest city in the country that only has one pro team in that TV market.
Yeah, and Sacramento already having, because of that market alone being bigger than seven MLB franchises that have not only a baseball team, Major League Baseball team, but even other Major League sports teams. So super encouraging if you're hearing that. And Kevin McCarthy said it best. This is going to be long, drawn out, and competitive. Now they ring the dinner bell, find that whale. You got to find those big fish. Maybe it's more than that. If you look back to the Kings relocation saga, those terms are going to be familiar again. You had Vivek Ranadive, Mark Mastroff, Ron Burkle, who came in and out, not only with the Kings, but the Republic also. These are people that weren't necessarily in Sacramento. So now the dinner bell's open. Hey, Joe Lacob, you're down in the Bay. That could be somebody you're making a phone call to very, very
question about that. And of course, Kevin McClatchy saying this is day one of their campaign. We spoke with Dusty Baker as well. We said, hey, you've been around baseball. You know around pro sports. How hard is it to actually get the investor to invest? And he said, extremely hard.
Very hard. But
very hard.
That's a guy
So-
who pals around with a lot of people. They all like to rub elbows, right? They like to go
totally.
into the former players. Having those former players, those legends, if you will, they can help be a draw for this project.
Yeah, so definitely an optimistic, an exciting day for Sacramento and West Sacramento. But Lisa, this is just the beginning. A long road ahead.
Long, long road, and I don't want to get my hopes up too much right now, but those are some beautiful renderings. All right, Dapper Sean, thank you so much. We want to continue our team coverage right now. KCRA 3's Denson Cortez is in West Sacramento. Looks like you're at Drake's at the Barn. You got some reaction from fans there. What are they saying, Denson?
Lisa, just like you, they are excited. I got my buddy here, James. James, you're from Sacramento.
Born and raised, yeah, absolutely.
How excited are you for this, potential bid for baseball coming to Sacramento?
Yeah, this is a really incredible opportunity. If you would have told 5-year-old James, who saw the plaque for the Sacramento Solons and Target on Riverside years ago, that in 30 years we could be seeing something like this, I don't know that I could have believed you. So this is really exciting to see.
You and, many others that were here. Our anchor is excited too because, potentiality of baseball coming to Sacramento.
Absolutely. You really don't see this many different group leaders from all around our region coming together, from the private sector, from the, public sector, from our tribal leaders. When you have this many people coming together, it really means that something special is happening.
Very much so, and you heard it, Lisa, and he's just one of many that say, we have the Kings, we have Sac Republic, we have all these sports, but no baseball. So this is the excitement here with a lot of fans. Fans we spoke with saying after seeing the A's play at Sutter Health Park, they believe Sacramento has proven it can support big league baseball. The group behind the bid says billions in local investment have already been committed as supporters hope Sacramento can emerge as a serious contender for a future MLB franchise.
No one's giving us a chance. No one believes in us that we can do it. Well, now today, they're finding out that we can with the money that we're getting from the public and private investment. So when people who doubted us hear this news, it's going to be like that Homer Simpson where he's going to be walking backwards in that bush. That's how they're going to be today.
And I'm just excited to be fucking fly on the wall.
A lot of fans, I think that's the best analogy. All of the naysayers might be, kind of quieting going backwards because Sacramento does have the potential to bring that team here to this area. It's one of the top media markets here, and that's what a lot of fans said. We have a lot of eyes watching Sacramento, and they're excited for the potentiality of bringing another team onto the historic list. Lisa.
We are the best fans in the NBA. I'm sure we could be the best fans in the MLB as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Denson, thank you so much, and say thanks to all those fans out there. We appreciate them chiming in. The Sacramento region has talked about this day for decades, and the A's temporary stay has given us a little taste of the MLB dream, and I think a lot of people like it. This afternoon, Michelle Dapper and Golston Dart will dive deeper into what it's going to take to become a reality. West Sac is one of several cities pitching for an expansion team, so we'll see who we're up against, what each city is offering, and where Northern California stands in the bid for the big leagues. We sat down with the area leaders leading to the charge for this. So join us this afternoon at 4:30, right after the KCRA 3 News at 4, at 4:30 right here on KCRA 3. Major League Pitch.